Hi, 恭喜發財
Happy New Year once again.
Happy Chinese New Year,
Happy
anyone
Chinese New
there? Okay, just have to make sure that it's really going live now, and hopefully there's someone watching. If anyone's tuning in right now, hopefully you're already back at home. Okay, I know it's Chinese New Year. Many of you here probably have lots and lots of lo sang, the Chinese tossing of prosperity dish, okay, that basically only have in Malaysia and Singapore, okay?
Yeah.
It's like something that we have created here, okay, in this, in our home country. All right, so the thing is like now we hope that all of you can actually hear us, can see us, okay, and you can see there are some props here. As mentioned, tonight's session itself, okay, is to share with you where I actually talk about the light of liberation. Now, I mean, in Chinese we call it 長年燈, okay? Some people call it 長命燈. So I'll explain it, okay, later on. So loud and clear. Thank you, Chang Feng. 恭喜發財 again. All right. So yeah, okay. Are we too loud? Because this mic is very, very good. Of course, like Chang Feng get this for us. Fully sponsored by J Group. Okay. I really love this mic very, very much. Okay. But sometimes I feel that because it's so clear, right? It can be very loud.
I guess if we're talking together, maybe it's a bit louder, but it looks pretty okay from the levels.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Sok Yi. Okay, all right. Thank you
Hi,
for
Sok
tuning
Yi.
in. All right, those of you, okay, who are also tuning in right now, please do drop by a note, say hi, okay. 恭喜發財 to all of you. I mean, it's Chinese New Year, right? Okay, so don't sleep so early lah. Okay, maybe some of you are still on the way back. Okay, after Chinese New Year, yam sing, tossing, yu sang and all the things. Okay, make sure you drive carefully. And this session itself, okay, it's all about explaining to you how to set up the light of liberations. Okay, the light of liberations in Chinese we call it 長年燈. Some people call it 長命燈. Some people call it 無盡燈. Okay, so we're gonna explain on that. Okay, from a Chinese metaphysical perspective, okay, what does it mean? From a feng shui activation perspective, what does it mean? And where should we set it up this year for the year of the water rabbit in 2023? Why is it important? Okay, why is it like all this while, okay, Jessie only talks about like water activations, okay? But I have not really in no way asked everyone to follow me on setting up what we call a year-long light lantern, okay? That is like light of liberations. I mean, if you're Taoist, okay, or if you're Buddhist, you might be very familiar with this, okay? All right, a lot of like Taoist followers or Buddhist followers, they will go to the temple and they will ensure that they have to actually light this year-long light, the lantern or the lamp, okay, to shine upon their light for the whole year itself.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. Hi, Goi Lin Te. John Vega, hello. 恭喜發財. Okay. Hi,
John.
Jessie Jamie Tan. Okay, hello. 恭喜發財, 恭喜發財.
Jen Ho is here as well.
Yes, Jen Ho already said like see you soon tonight. Okay. Very supportive.
Georgiana,
thank you so much.
Karen
okay.
Chia, 恭喜發財.
Hi.
Doris,
Yep.
Tony
Okay.
Lau.
Yep. All of you, thank you so
Roman
much
Heng.
for
Hey, hi,
dropping.
bro.
Okay. Angelica is there as well. Right. Proching, Jenny. Okay. Georgiana there. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. And who else is there? Okay, I can see from here that, oh, Common Heng, you're there as well. Okay, Melvi Gadas, okay.
Hi, Mel.
Yeah, all my children, okay. Nice to see all of you here. Right, as I mentioned, tonight we're going to talk about like how to set up one of the feng shui activations using fire activation. What is it all about? In which sector we need to set this up? Okay, why is it important? Why is it not talked about before this? Okay, why this year onwards? Okay, and like why I have to in a way like take up some time to explain to you how to really set it up. Okay, don't worry, you will still have time to get all this prop. I'm also going to share with you where exactly you're to get it if you are in Klang Valley, PJ or KL. If you are somewhere else in Singapore, okay, or other states in Malaysia, probably you have to, in a way, check it out yourself, okay? Hi, Mr. Lim, 恭喜發財, 恭喜發財. Hi, Edward Taeyang, 恭喜發財 as well. Of course, since all these greetings and 恭喜發財from all of you, I really want to shout out, okay, just in case, okay, for the few of you that we have bumped onto in one Utama today, okay, it's like really, really a great honor, okay, for all of you here to actually, in a way, that take all the trouble to come to us amidst like One Utama is chaotic because there's so many people. Right, today I saw like these three gentlemen, okay, that came over here and say, oh, Jessie Lau sir, okay, and then just greetings to me at that time. Kong Yu went to the car to take something for the parents, okay, and you came over, wish greetings, and you said you're followers on our Facebook, okay. Thank you so much for that, because they say he actually mentioned that he saw us earlier on, but he didn't manage to come near to us, okay? And so happened I was waiting for Kong Yu. He came over and say hi. Thank you so much. I think I asked for his name. His name is like Vance, if I'm not mistaken, okay? Thank you so much for dropping by. And then another lady, okay, that somehow I think walking with the family and the husband or the boyfriend, okay, quickly took out her mask and say, hi Kong Yu, hi Jessie, Kong Hei Fa Chai, okay? I'm one of your fans, okay? She said, thank you so much, okay? So in case that any of you out there, if I so happen to stumble upon any of you, probably like people like Stuart, okay, I will know you, okay, because I recognize you, you're my student, okay, I've met you in person, but there's so many of you that I have not met in person, all right? So if any case you see us, okay, walking on the street, okay, like sometimes in our slippers and shorts and t-shirts and without makeup, okay, but most of the time I'll be in white, so it'll be easier for you to recognize me, all right? Sometimes you see me without the eyebrow like now, okay, but it's us, okay? So I really appreciate, okay, all your greetings, because these are the things that actually kept us going, okay? In a way, it let us know that someone out there is at least listening to us.
I think it was Sui Yi, is it?
Hi?
Yes. Hi, Jessie Kong Yu. It was good to see you.
Oh, okay. Hi,
Sui
Sui
Yi,
Yi.
yeah.
All right. So, yeah, thanks. Okay. Thank you for really coming up to greet us. Actually, it's like, it was such a liberated moment. I mean, in a way that it triggers, or it, how want to say, it makes me feel fluffy. My ego get like triggered, okay, right? And then after that, Kong Yu's mom was like, oh, who's that? And then Kong Yu say, yeah, the fans, but she don't really understand English, right? So then after us, our fans means what? Then Kong Yu have to say, oh, fancy, yeah. That was, yeah, so sweet, okay? So thank you, Sui Yi, okay? Yeah, you have actually made our day, okay? And the mom's day as well, okay? So yeah. Okay, so instead of like very long-winded, I know it's late, okay? So again, if you can, please do help us to actually share this session out, okay, so that it can reach more people. Again, today's session itself is all about sharing how to set up this light of liberation, okay? In Chinese, probably you've heard it more, okay? The light of liberation is something that I give the name to it, because I was trying to translate 長連燈 to English. It sounds like what? Year-long light. Doesn't sounds that great, okay? Or annual light. So it doesn't really sound that great. Then we come up with this, LOL, okay, light of liberation, okay? So I think this is a pretty good name, okay? So let's call it the light of liberation. Right. Now, first of all, those of you who are like Chinese, Taoist, or Buddhist, right, okay, or if you go to my temple, okay, you know that there is a ritual, okay, that many families will do, okay, every year itself when they want to actually like light a light in the temple, okay, where it is supposed to, in a way, bear your names, all right, that represents or signifies the presence of your energy, okay, and every day they will light it up, okay, during when the temple is open, because nowadays it's like we don't do it over 24 hours, because in the olden days it is non-stop. It is actually an oil lamp, okay? It's in a way like non-stop in order for us to actually in a way benefits from its enlightenment, okay? But nowadays, due to also safety reasons and all, okay, we actually light up during the day when the temple is open, okay? And then whenever the temple is closed itself, we will actually in a way like how to say, cut off, because it's like the oil lamp itself, it has that what we call this thing, the hearts of the light or whatever, yeah, it's like, or the fuse, okay, yeah, sumbu, okay.
In Bahasa Malaysia.
Yeah, so normally we will cut it off, okay, and then we will relight it the next day. Now, the purpose, okay, of having this, what we call the light of liberation is, okay, firstly is we have to set our intention, we have to put in our energy. So most of the time, normally we'll write your name, your date of birth in Chinese, okay, and your time of birth, okay, and then some good wishes to, in a way, indicate manifestation, so that the light with the fire will help us to manifest all this intention up to the divine, to the heaven, to the sky, or whatever you want to call it, okay? But the thing is, okay, this light of liberations or the light activations or fire activations in Feng Shui also, okay, in a way, it also has its purpose and it will work miraculously as well, okay? But the thing is, why is it so many years? I've talked about salt water cure. I've introduced that for so many years. I've talked about water activations, okay? But I've not really asked people to actually set up this light of liberation. We have done fire activation before. But because that this year, okay, in preparations or in getting getting ourselves ready, okay, for next year's with the arrival of period 9, which is the fire energy. It is the best timing for us to set this, in a way, year-long light, okay, or the light of liberation at home. Now, in the olden days, they call it 长年灯, means the annual light itself, okay, or they call it in a way, some call it is like in a way 長明燈. 明 means 明白嘅明啊. It means bright, okay, it is like a year-long bright light, okay. So now the purpose of it, or some people call it 無常, okay. 無常 means it's like continuously how to say burning, okay, non-stop, okay. It's ever changing, ever changing, evolutions, okay. Is that what you call it, okay, right? And some people can also call it 無盡燈. 無盡 means it's like it's never ending, okay. It keeps on in a way like, you know, continuously burning, okay. So why is it so that it is important is because the light itself in a way connects with our energy, the people, the light bearer, the people who in a way initiated the light, okay. So you want to initiate the light so that the light itself bears your energy or the energy of your entire household or family, okay, and helps you to send intention up. Send the intention, okay, and purifies it, because when fire burns, okay, purifications happens, okay. That's why it changes form, it transforms things, okay, and it, how to say, essence, distillation. Is that something, some word as
distill, I think.
This is no essence what? Essenizer. Distillation, okay, of whatever elements that we have, okay, it actually in a way like creates or change it or transform it into its purest form or its purest essence itself.
Yep.
Now, fire, out of the 5 elements, only fire can do that, okay? And of course, fire represents the sun, represents the stars, okay? It also represents brightness, okay? So now the thing is, when we do an activations of the light of liberations, okay, or when we have a activations of fire at home, we want to actually in a way expedite the energy at that sector, okay, because fire burning, okay, it burns, it actually expedites ascension, right? All hot air will rise to the top. It in a way expedite ascension. It also in a way expedite what we call purification. Purify, okay, certain essence or substance or issues or whatever. At the same time also in a way enlightening it. Okay, so therefore it is also called the lights of enlightenment. Now, a lot of times we have problems, we have issues, okay? We suffer in life itself. It's because there are certain parts of our life which is not enlightened. We are not enlightened because there are still certain darkness covering us. There are certain fear that's covering us. There are lacking of wisdom. That's why we cannot see the solution or the core issues or the problem or the root cause to certain things. Because if we can't see the root cause of things, we cannot have what we call solution, okay? So we need to be able to see the root cause of things in order for us to come up with the solution, because if we do not know what the heck is causing it, we cannot in a way solve it, okay? So the purpose of the light or fire activations in terms of feng shui activations or in terms of religious activations that is practiced by many religions in the world. You talk about Hinduism, Buddhism, Taoism, even Christianity, okay? Even Christianity, when we go to Spain, we go to the church, okay? There are a certain sector that in a way dedicated to the offerings of candle, okay? All religions will have a certain use or a need of use of fire elements,
right, yeah.
okay? Because it connects us with our higher self.
That's right.
All right?
It's basically wisdom, right? The development of wisdom and all that. I mean, for example, for the Hindus, right?
Yeah.
Deepavali, Festival of Lights.
Yes.
Diwali, right? In as it's called in different countries, it's all about the lights of enlightenment,
Yeah.
wisdom that is signified by it.
Yeah, okay, so that's why this year, okay, there is one day that is very significant, very important for us to set up this particular light. In terms of the date itself, its significance, okay, and also in terms of a feng shui perspective, the sector that we need to actually set it up. I know many of you who have attended my annual talk, okay, I have shared about this, but I know there are many of my followers here, okay, who have not attended my annual talk. This is one of the dates I feel that you should not miss out. I want to share it openly here so that for whatever reason that you have not attended my annual talk, okay, at least try doing this. Like, I mean, it's not that expensive, okay? I'm going to show you how to set it up, the meaning of everything that we are using for it, okay? So you can actually choose a very, very, how to say, economical version of setting it up, all right? Or if you want for aesthetic purposes, okay, you want it to look classy and nice, okay, expensive, that's really up to you. But in a way to set it, it is not expensive. As I mentioned, feng shui does not need to be expensive, okay? But it will be good for you, all right? Try to at least do this, right? For in a way, okay, for the enlightenment of yourself, okay, your families, okay, so that everything, okay, the energy, okay, for your household will be liberated. When the things are liberated, the energy is not dense, it's not like no heavy anymore. It means that our love is also liberated, that everything in your life itself, okay, it will become smoother, including your health, okay? Because in terms of TCM, we believe that, okay, any health issues are in a way subjected to, depression, okay, right? The stagnations or the depressions or the compressions of energy that is not moving in the body. So the longer it got stagnated, okay, the easier or the faster it will manifest as certain illnesses. So we want to liberate this energy, loosen it up, to hopefully, in a way, like let it flow again. Okay, so when it flows itself, it will ensure that we have a better luck, things are flowing better, okay, right, smoother luck that we are going through, okay, and resolve problem, and also in terms of a smoother health as well. All right, so now, without further ado, okay, let's put out. Now, first of all, we need to know where to get all these things. Now, for those of you in Klang Valley, okay, you can consider. I know there are many ways, probably including some online platforms, okay, like Shopee and Lazada. Even you can try IKEA and all that. But this year, we have gotten ours from SSF, okay, Malaysia. Now, if you're familiar, how many of you are familiar with SSF? I'm not sure SSF, is it available out of Klang Valley? I'm not sure. Okay, it's just that in my neighborhood there is an SSF available, and they have plenty of things there. Like one store, I can get everything that I have with different budget. Okay, and it's not like I mean, it's nice looking lah. Okay, so you can actually consider. Now, first of all, you will need a vase or I would call it a container for you to actually hold candles, for you to light. Okay, so that why you need this is because you see you need to light this, right? Preferably at least a few hours per night. Okay, so you do not want your aircon, your fan, okay, right, or anything to actually affect on the quality of the fire. So you want it to be protected, surrounded, preferably, all right? Either you have a deeper vase. Now, for this one, for show purposes, normally, if can, you don't put so high a candle. You put it lower so that the wind will not affect the candle itself, okay? So I will also show you, like SSF have everything that we need, together with a price. If I'm not mistaken, you can check out on their website. Now, I'm sharing this not because they pay me. They do have no idea that we are doing it. It's just that I've gone there and I saw some of the options. There are more options there, and the price are reasonable. Plus, they are having a sale. Their sale is on store-wide half price. Means everything from SSF is going on a 50% discount. Okay, up to 31st of January. So if you, in a way, have any SSF near you, you can check it out. But of course, you can buy elsewhere. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, because they don't know that we are doing this as well. So you can see that now. Some of the examples of vase that you can consider that we took from SSF. Okay, now if you want just one candle, maybe you can see it's like one candle. You can just buy anything like this. They have a lot of candle stands. These are like no discounted price. Everything there is half price up to 31st of January. You can also consider something like this. Okay, now preferably you find something that's thicker on the side, because especially if you want to put more candles. Example like this one is set up, I can in a way recommend putting 3 candles. Right, for this setup, I can put 1 candle. So you have to make sure if you buy a vase, if it's really a vase and it's not meant for candle burning, then you have to ensure that the glass is thick enough. If not, due to the heat of the candle, it might break and explode, all right? So if this is like a candle lantern, okay, this is a lantern, this is a candle holder. So for this type of things, and it will be okay, all right? But the thing is, if you're really buying a vase to set up, then you have to ensure that the glass is thick enough. That is for safety precautions, all right? So these are the things that you can check there, okay? And then you can also see there are other options as well, okay? Like this, you can consider, but these are vases. you have to ensure if you choose this type, you have to be very careful because the problems of the candles will be hitting up this like more narrower surrounding is higher. So therefore, I personally do not choose this. Okay, if you choose this type of vase, you have to be extra careful because the candle might actually in a way burn and break it. But I'm not sure whether all SSF will have this range of varieties. The one that we went to was Starling Mall. I think that day also we bump up onto like a few students there as well, okay, before Chinese New Year. So we went to Starling Mall. So you can go to any one, okay, but you do check it out, okay. Now, the ones that I've chosen here, okay, now at that day that I bought it, okay, it is actually selling at $79.90. It's supposed to buy one, free one, or you just buy one at 50%. So it's supposed to be 40 ringgit. I'm not sure whether this promotion still stands, but on that day that we bought, it is only 20 ringgit for this vase. Okay, for this vase to set up this particular candle holder, you can actually carry it like this, okay, right? So for this one, at that time, they're selling for 20 ringgit. I didn't know until I paid because when I chose it, I thought it is 40 ringgit. It is still cheap, okay? But at the end, we pay only 20 ringgit because they say this is a special in-house offer. So you do check it out if you think that this is something that will work for you or for your house, okay? But this one is only, I will in a way suggest put one candle because remember at the end of the day, you have to buy the candles in a very, how to say, odd number. You don't put even number candles. Means either you put one or you put three. You don't put 2 or 4, okay? So either 1, 3, 5, so on and so forth. Only odd numbers. Later, I'm going to explain to you why as well, okay? So you need to get a vase like this, okay? Or you can also see, right, this is a range, okay, of the candle holder here. This is the biggest, no, not this one, okay? The photo show here is the biggest one, right? This is the big one. It's much higher, okay? It's much higher than this. After discount, the price is about 200 ringgit. It's much bigger, as you can see from the difference, okay, of the candles. It's the same 3 size of candles inside. This is almost, in a way, it has still a lot of space, okay? So if you have a big house, you want a bigger thing to match with all your furnitures and your hall, you can choose this big one. Or you have a medium-sized one, okay, which is the one that we actually have here. So this is a medium-sized one. After discount is this price, okay? Now, again, I'm saying we are not getting a single cent of commission out of it, but I just want to share with you the price so that probably it will help you easier for you to actually find it, because for us we have to go around and search for it so that it looks good enough, decent enough, and the price is also in a way like reasonable enough as well, okay? Or you can also choose a smaller one. You can still use a smaller one. These are the small ones, okay? 129.50 after discount, okay? These are the smaller ones that you can also only put one candle, but it's good enough. Now, doesn't mean more candles means better, okay? Right? It's just that how you want to match it to your house. If you have a very big house, you want a bigger setting. If your house is smaller, then you just get a smaller setting. It will do. Doesn't mean more candles means better. Okay? You just need at least one that will do the things for you. I mean, let's say for instance, if I don't want to use such a big candle, every night I use the candlelight, can or not, up to you. Do it better than not doing it. Right? But I will in a way suggest you to set up really something that signifies that like is a lamp, okay, rather than just a tea light candle. So we want to set up like a lamp, a protected lamp, okay, just like those that you have it in the temples and all that. Okay, to in no way also signifies that you are harnessing the energy onto this particular lamp itself throughout the whole entire year. So what are you going to do for the whole entire year? Later we will share with you. Now, getting the ingredients right first. All right? So and this is like the other patterns, okay, the other model of it, okay. This is cheaper, probably it's like less than 80 bucks, okay, here. So this one you can also put one candle inside. It is smaller, okay. We need this is because it's all covered. You can see the surrounding is all covered. You are not afraid of the wind. You know, nowadays the weather, even first day, second day, every day is raining, okay, right? I mean, it's nothing surprising, okay, of the major shift that we are going through. But you know, of course, it's windy and all that. You get something that's covered, but yet you see that, okay, there's an opening for it to actually release the heat, okay, so that it can sense the manifestation up.
Generally, lanterns will have that feature.
Yes, all right. So
open
lanterns
chimney.
are very important, okay? And this one also, these are all in SSF. These are the different, I would say, models that you can choose from. Example for this is like 139, okay? But it goes at half price, okay? So you get it like in a way less than 70 ringgit, all right? So this is, I mean, decent, good looking, okay? And it's like a good deal as well. Okay, so these are the things that you can choose from. So you need that vase, that lantern, okay. Secondly, of course, you need candles, right? The candles itself, any candles, IKEA candles, but I will suggest you get better quality candles because you need to actually burn this indoor for the whole entire year. You don't have to burn 24 hours, but for the whole entire year, at least a few hours a day. Okay, so get better quality candles because if not, it can be toxic. All right, so get a better quality candle so that it can, in a way, like reduce, okay, that possibilities of intoxicating the household. All right, and then secondly, if you can, try to get white candle. Okay, white candle that represents purity because we are talking about purification. We are talking about purifying energy, clearing things, having clear intention. Okay, so it is best, okay, having the white candle. Martin was just asking, yes, if you cannot get colored candle, I mean, if you cannot get white candle, you want to use color, of course you can. But if you ask me, I would suggest, okay, get white candles. Okay, that is the best because white comprises of all different
the
colors.
colours.
At the same time, also, it represents purification. Okay, so I personally suggest white candles. But can you use other candles? But my house got a lot of other candles colors. Okay, can I use it, or I have to purposely buy white candle for it? Now you don't have to. You can use whatever colors that you have. Okay, because these are significant. Okay, of course, at the end of the day, our thought and our heart, our energy is pure. That's the most important thing. Okay, so that if anything that can, in a way, reminds us of purification, that will be an added advantage. That's all. Okay, white candles also in SSF.
From
That's why
SSF,
I want to introduce this, is because I get everything there. So it's easier. You can get your candles there. But the thing is, the candles comes with some scented. It's scented orange blossom and basil. Only one type. Okay? So you can get it there. If you don't want the scented candles, then probably you need to actually get it somewhere else. All right? So
like IKEA,
now,
for example.
you can also use oil lamp with wicks. Yes, that's
Wicks.
Wicks.
Yeah, someone else had mentioned that just now.
yeah,
The
okay.
wick.
So you can actually use oil lamp with wicks, but the thing is, okay, we want things to be, as safe as possible. Oil lamps are more riskier, dangerous, because kids or pets or anything, or we ourselves accidentally can actually topper it, and it can get quite messy.
Yeah.
Okay?
Similar to Alicia Sam, can I just use the plate?
Okay.
Right?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, okay, you can just use your plate or whatever. Okay. But the thing is, why we want to set a surrounding? Because we want to protect the energy. We want to protect the quality of the fire. Because if you now, you see, every night, okay, like those, like nighttime, okay, when it comes to probably 7 plus and all that, you can start, like, in a way, lighting the candle. Later I will share. Okay. And every night at night, when the sun sets, when it gets dark, you light the candle. Like, cannot be every night. It's like you're trying to avoid to switch on the fan and the aircon, okay? So it will be stuffy, right? So that's why it's better for us to build something that is protected, okay? So always better to use something that's protected, all right? But if you really do not want to, you want to use a plate, also can, all right? So really, right, as long as we want the fire or the candle to be there, right, every day for the whole entire year, preferably anytime that you're at home, possible, go and light it. At least for a few hours, at least for one season. One season means 2 hours to maximum 4 hours. From one season to 2 seasons, okay? You know, one block of, I would say, time block in Chinese Metaphysics is 2 hours. All right, so normally it will be good at least from 7 plus to 9 plus, 2 hours, or 7 plus to 11 plus. Up to you. It can be, if you say that, oh, can I put just 1 hour? It's really up to you. But basically, it's best, okay, if we can actually, in a way, light it every time during Sutsi. Sutsi is the dog hour, which is also what we call Forfu. Forfu means it's the storage of fire. I mean, if you know Bazi, you know this, okay? So normally we want to actually light it after 7, okay? Right, wherever you are, use your local time, and then leave it on until at least 2 hours later, 9 plus, okay, or at least 4 hours later, up to the, what we call is 11, okay? It means that you light overlap to the next day, because 11 is the cut out point, okay, for the 12, I would say, hourly timing, okay, because once it reach the red hour, it in a way signifies the next day already. All right, so you want to use the candle in the glass, also can, okay, right, the candle in the glass also can, but later I'm going to explain to you why we need to use this, because we need to put things inside. Alright, yeah, this is setting a light of liberation, you know.
Correct, yeah.
It's not just lighting a candle.
Yes.
I will come with the location in a short while, but first gets the ingredient.
Yeah.
So you need the candles, yeah. And after that,
No, and also basically because it is of more significance, right, to just a normal, simple, short-term fire activation.
Yeah.
That's why we're putting more emphasis on making it,
Yes.
more presentable. Besides, of course, being protected and covered.
yeah,
right?
and efforts
with
is
effort
very
going in
important.
because
Remember, this is channeling energy, manifestations to the divine.
for the entire year.
For the entire year. So you see, why is it like for like Taoism? I'm very familiar with Taoism in a sense because I've grown up in a Taoist temple. Like today is like my daughters are helping the whole entire day in the temple itself, okay? Helping people to sip Tai Sui la and all, helping all these things, okay? The thing is, okay, we want to actually in a way set up all these lightings itself because we want to set the intention. So the more ritual we have, the more rituals as in like what to put in, how to set up, the more rituals we have, the more intention we set, the more focus we will put in. Rather than just buy a candle, put it there, pop, light it up. All right? So the rituals is in a way gathering our thoughts, gathering our intention so that when we light the candle, it sends this intention up. So in a way, trust me, the more ritual we get, for me, right, okay, for me is about intention counts, but a lot of things, right, I don't like 麻烦one, like very tedious things, okay? If you can do it easy, do it easy, right? Feng Shui is not about like, in a way, making your life more difficult, but there are certain things that you want the ritual. The ritual is important because that is supposed to help us, just like meditation. It's supposed to step by step guide us into setting the intention. So every moment that we do it for the rest of the year itself, okay, it focuses the intention to actually liberate it out, okay, to manifest it out. All right, so yeah, you can. Right, anytime. You don't really have to light it during 7 o'clock, right? If some of you probably at night, okay, you come home only at maybe 1 a.m. It's still okay. Go home, light it, okay, get yourself ready, eat supper, shower, getting ready, and after that you need to sleep. For safety purpose, you want to in a way like put it off, you put it off. But let's say if your house, you think that it's like you have a lantern like this, is very safe, you can light it until the next morning and you put it off. All right, so remember, right, you just need to actually light it for a minimum of that 2 hours, okay? Or in a way, if you cannot, half an hour, it doesn't matter as long as you do it, okay? So now, after the candles, we move in. You need some river rocks. It's like pebbles like this, right? Preferably, if you can, get some river rocks. For those of you, Malaysia, easy. We have a lot of river rocks available. It's cheap, okay? You don't want to buy, you go and pick, okay? This is available. It's easily, okay? But let's say if you're overseas, it's difficult, okay? You just get any pebbles, round polished pebbles, preferably. But natural river rocks is the best, okay? And of course, it comes in many colors. But say, what about if I get granite and all that? You can also get it, okay? As long as it's rounded, I would prefer, first priority, get river rocks, okay? River rocks can come in many colors. Get the black one if you can. This is also available in SSF, all right? So it comes in like small pouches, okay? If you can get me one of the pouch, okay? One pouch, I think a few ringgit for a pouch, okay? You can get it in SSF. I will explain to you now why river rocks, okay? Because, yeah, this is how it, okay, you get one packet like this. You don't need a lot, okay? You don't need a lot like me, okay? Right? I need this for something else, okay? Certain other rituals that I'm doing. But you just get a packet, okay? You just need like probably a few, like how Kong you have put it inside, okay? Or how I have actually put it inside here. Just a few will do. All right, so I will share with you the directions later on. Remember, take down the ingredients. River rocks in black. If I cannot get black, how? White can or not? Can. Other colors cannot? Can. But if you have a choice, if you can, the best is what color to get? Black, in a way, polished river rocks. Okay, so this is important now. Why river rocks? Okay, you see, we want to put in here, okay, to actually signify. So we want things to liberate, to ascend, to flow. We do not want energy to stagnate, all right? So why we put river rock? Because later I'm going to share with you the position to put this particular light of liberation will be at the north sector, okay? So at the north sector, north 1 sector, okay, that is a Ren sector, okay? Strong water, strong gushing water like a river water. So I want river rocks also in the sense of like metaphysical purposes, energy-wise, okay? When we talk about crystals, okay, stones, energy, river rock has a very strong grounding energy, okay, because it's supposed to coexist together as a river banks, okay, to in a way direct the water. Plus, it is also, okay, a rock that is formed through continuous flow of the river, non-stop. All right, because this is in the way polish is because the river keep flowing on it until it polish it to be shiny and smooth. So if you go to riversides, you will see. That's why the significant I want river rock. Because the river rock here, of course, in a way, it represents, okay, or signifies a flow. Going with the flow of things, okay? Right, when we allow things to flow, we are not stuck, okay? Stagnation happens, illnesses happen, okay? Problems happen is because we are not flowing. We are not allowing things to flow. We are not allowing things to move on, okay? Or we are stuck. We can't move on. So therefore, we want to put river rock into it. Now, why black color is better? Okay, since just now we say that white represents purifications, but now why black? Because I already in a way wanted the candles in white that represents purifications or purity. So I prefer this to come in black because now it represents or reminds me of duality. Everything is yin and yang. But you say that, oh, if I don't have black, can I use white? Yes, I mentioned you can. Okay, but if you can, use, oh, Coco, we are going live, Coco. We are not done yet.
Okay, done.
All right. So it's like, we want this to signify the duality, the yin and yang, the balance, okay, of things. All right. And of course, black also in a way, all right, signifies like the dark, okay? So the dark is here, all this in a way that it goes. The rock is grounding energy. The dark goes down so that the lights goes up, okay? So we want to, in a way, release, let go of everything that's in the dark. We want to bring darkness into liberation. We want the darkness to be, in a way, enlightened with the fire, okay? So like our ignorance, okay? Our stupidity, our ego, all this can be actually enlightened with the light. And that is the purpose of people going like, in a way, Tim Tang, the Changlin Tang or the year-long lights in the temple, because it's supposed to enlighten us with wisdom, right? The dark here represents all our experiences, including or especially shitty experiences, because shitty experiences are supposed to signify, okay, or give us the lessons of liberation. It's supposed to teach us wisdom. So when now we reflect on this shitty, black, like toxic experiences or whatever you call it, okay, that is when we can turn experiences into wisdom. Of course, everything that we do, okay, we will have a reason to it. That's how setting a ritual to be. So whatever that we use here is important. All right. So then after that, you say some of my daughter just now was like, oh wow, this is so nice, mom. You can put some like, the money plant inside everything. Whatever you put inside, okay, you can. But this is not for nice purposes, okay? This is for meaningful purposes, I told her. This is feng shui activation. You don't put your money tank inside that, okay? So remember, this one, you put river rocks. And then the final ingredients that we need. You want to introduce at least what is it? Okay. I know I talk too much and then Gong Yu will just have to like, okay, I'm sitting here. When's my turn? Okay, you introduce.
This is going to be very special because it smells so nice.
Yeah.
Right? And it also has the meanings that Jessie will explain later. It's cinnamon.
My house always, ever ready. We have a lot of this.
Yeah, right. And this one, besides it being, reminding us reminiscent of apple pie, cappuccino, and all that, right? Originally, of course, this one is a very, very important spice overall.
Yeah.
Right? Used over the centuries, many hundreds of years ago, right?
Yeah. All right. So you have to get, I'm sure all of you know cinnamon, right? Kayu manis, cinnamon. In Chinese we call yok guai or guai pei. Okay? So this cinnamon itself is I know some of you is like, what the heck? It's like, Jessie, this is what? Cooking show, okay?
Today
right?
is a bit, got recipe on.
Yeah, I mean, you have to research more about cinnamons, okay? Cinnamons has been existed in history, especially in the Chinese history, for at least about 5,000 years ago, right? Okay, it was first in written history in China, okay, that cinnamon itself, okay, is used for medicinal purposes. If you see like traditional Chinese medicine and all that, okay, right, cinnamon bun.
All you can think of as food, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, okay. But this actually cinnamon, right, in terms of its energy, it is a very, I would say, it's fire energy. Cinnamon represents fire, sun energy, okay? So that actually helps liberation. Plus the energy of cinnamon, you check about it, you Google about it, there are a lot of benefits of drinking cinnamon, eating cinnamon, okay, right, for health purposes and all that. But the thing is, you see that, okay, cinnamon has been used in ancient civilizations, okay, as far back as 5,000 years ago in China for medicinal purposes. It has also been used in Egypt, and you know, it's like, you know, I bring like students to Egypt and all that. Cinnamon has also been part of the usage of the, how to say, embalming,
embalming.
the embalming of the
Process.
mummies, okay? The embalming process of the mummies, they will actually stuff cinnamons, okay, into the body because it also has a very high, what we call, 消毒啊. What do you call it? 消毒. Come on, someone help us, please.
Disinfectant?
Okay? Disinfectant,
Right.
okay, something like that. Okay,
Right.
so it also has a very strong disinfectant sort of like properties in it. Just Google it, this part you can find it out yourself, okay? And also those of you who are Christians, you know that the cinnamons are also mentioned in the Bibles. I know the Bibles mention a lot of herbs, but cinnamon is different because it is mentioned as a part where Moses is supposed to use cinnamon and together with myrrh. You know, those of you who buy my frankincense resin, the frankincense incense itself, right? Okay, so frankincense and myrrh are two, what we call the king and the queen of oils. It is very important, okay, like the highest of the yin and yang. So this particular cinnamon itself, okay, it is also in a way used, okay, or in a way, okay, instructed as part of the recipe or ingredients, okay, used by Moses to actually, in a way, make the what anointment, is it? Is it anointment? Anointment oil, okay? The oil that's supposed to purify, okay, to signify holiness. So cinnamon is the second ingredient. Yes, anti-inflammatory. Thank you for that, Eleanor. Okay, yeah, okay, so cinnamon is needed. So you need to get cinnamon. But you see, everything here, it's not expensive. This is on cheap sale, 20 ringgit, okay? Candles, you can get it from IKEA and all that. It's not expensive. As I said, I've forgotten exactly how much is it. It's not expensive. This one packet is like 4 ringgit, all right? So it is not expensive at all. Cinnamons, you can get it anywhere. Get a good quality one so that you can still have the smell. All right, so what you need to do is the cinnamons itself, you have to put on top of the rocks, okay? So here, okay, you just like sprinkle it on top. You don't have to burn it, okay? You just put it there. So over the time itself, you want to change it, you can change it. If you don't want to change it, you just leave it there. So we want this, okay, to be part of the setting, okay? We want this to be part of the setting, okay? So that on the date and time, okay, that's given, you need to put this on that specific sector and you light it up, okay? You light it up every night itself when you're there. When you light the candle with your purest intention, set up your manifestations, your wishes, okay? Like what are the things? But remember, whatever wish, I know a lot of people, wow, make wishes, wow. Oh, let me, okay, be rich, okay? Let me have my 1 million, okay? Oh, I want everything. What you want is like everything, okay? Now, please. Enlightenment, okay, just like everything else, it is supposed the highest, I would say, energy that's supposed to help us to enlighten ourselves, okay? So therefore, if you ask me, right, everywhere that I go to, every temple that I go to, I have never, even though that I've been in the temple for so long, okay, so when I pray for myself personally, I have never asked for more money. I only ask for more wisdom. Okay, so I really hope, of course, I mean, then Jessie, can I still ask for money? I ask wisdom first, then after that ask money, cannot? Can, okay? Just say whatever, you want blessings, you want to pray for your family, you want your parents to have good health, you want your children to have good health, you want this brightness for your children, you want them academically, they will do well, all right? So you can ask for all this, but remember, ask for more wisdom, more light in your life so that you can see. you can see the deeper meanings of things, okay, not only on the surface level, okay, so that you can see the deeper meaning, the cause of the issues, okay, so that more and more we can see things, we will be able to resolve any problems, okay, that will actually come ahead of us. All right, so now, okay, I also want to share with you is this one, okay, I hope she won't kill me because I already told her I want to share with my students, okay, of this lady. If you go to the Starling Mall SSF, now, this one, she doesn't know, I don't know her, but I feel that she gave me a very, very good service. She's very, very good, all right? She will go around like really servicing us, telling us, okay? Really, really go like
The extra
much,
mile.
yes.
And also, you know, obviously she knows all the products generally really well.
Okay,
Yep.
so she's there, okay, there. I mean, in case if you're going to the Starling Mall outlet, you can look for her. She probably wouldn't have remembered anyway. It's like you don't have to mention anything. She doesn't know me, right? Okay, it's just that I find that her service is really good, okay, right? So I thought like, oh, it will be good. I'm not sure whether they will get commissions or not, okay, but I think it will be really good as well, okay, if we can actually in a way like promote her a bit due to really her good service. All right, so yeah, these are the things, okay, that you need to know. Remember, all these things you can get at SSF, not the cinnamon. Cinnamon SSF don't have okay. You go to any supermarket, you will have it, okay. That one is like anyone, okay, can buy it. All right, so the next thing is I want to share with you is a date. Okay, so on this date itself, okay, remember, on this date is the 5th of February. Okay, 5th of February, okay, this is the first full moon of the Lunar New Year. It means on that day, it is Chap Gomei, the 15th day of Chinese New Year, okay, 3:19 a.m. So on the 5th of February means that 4th February, Lap Chun, okay, that's coming of spring. 4th February night, once it past midnight, from 1 a.m. onwards, you can start your bath ritual, okay, if you want to. It's optional. Those in greens are optional. 1 a.m. onwards, bath ritual, okay, those are optional. If you want a bath ritual, okay, you just have to, in a way, make sure 1 a.m. onwards, anytime, take your time, go shower, wash your hair, everything, top to toe, use a short scrub, okay, all this I've shared on my Facebook. You just need to go back, okay, and check, okay. I think Peggy, you can check out, Peggy have reshared this cleansing ritual, okay, on her page, and also in a way like in some of our own common platforms as well, okay. So just check this, find it, okay. It is effort that counts, okay. Find it and understand how to do the 7 colors flower bath, citrus cleansing, and a short scrub. Now, due to Chinese New Year, you might not get all 7 colors. If you cannot get all 7 colors flower, doesn't matter. Use whatever flowers that you can get. Use white color if you want to. Use yellow color only if you want to. Okay, that represents purity and also represents fire, which is the solar plexus. All right. So once you have done that, at 3:19 a.m., okay, you go to North 1, the Ren direction, which is midpoint 345 degree. Okay, 345 degree. Go there. This one, I assume you already set it up, okay? You already set on the side, get all ready. So on that day, 3:19 a.m., bring the whole entire thing to the North 1 direction. Now, how to get this direction? You stand at the middle of your house. Take out your compass and turn to 345 degree. Once you find 345 degree, go towards to the end of that direction within your house, not outside, not car porch, not garden. Inside your house, ground floor. If you have 3-story, also ground floor. Okay, you don't have to do it like other floors. Okay, on the ground floor, 345 degrees towards that direction. Okay, and you can actually put this what we call the light of liberation there at that moment. Then you can also in a way choose to sit down, right? Do your meditation. If you do meditations, okay, you sit down, do your meditations, okay. You can inhale, okay, the cinnamon smell. You see my hand smells so great of cinnamon already, all right. So you can also use that. Do you know that cinnamon, right? Okay, the younger ones, that means the smaller ones here, you can also light it. If you want to try, you can even light 1 cinnamon there, okay, right? But make sure you have a plate or anything to actually take this amber, because if not, it will burn, all right, because this is wood. So you can light it as well if you want to. If not, it's fine, okay? So you just go to that particular direction, sit down, okay? 3:19, once you're done, settle yourself, focus on your breathing, do some meditation, light the candle. focus on the candle, look at it, okay? Those of you who have done candle gazing meditation with me before, okay, you can do your candle gazing meditations. Just look at it, reflect, after that close your eyes, okay, and see what are the reflections, what are the things that will come to you, okay, and then manifest, make wishes, all right? Say good things, okay? Say, like, I would say, it's like, say what we call auspicious things. What are the things that you truly, truly feel that you want to make it a reality in 2023? Do that. Okay? So, yeah. Can I put it upstairs? If it's really, if your north one, the whole entire north one is taken by the main entrance, you have no other choice to put it there, then you can put upstairs. Okay? But if you have a side of your main entrance is still part of the north one sector, put it at the ground floor is still the best. Even though if it's a toilet, you can still use it, okay? Set it inside the toilet, but make sure that you open. Hopefully, you keep your toilet clean at home, but I'm sure nowadays all toilets are super clean, right? So if that direction is a toilet, you have to ensure that open it up. Don't close the toilet because that sector is a very good sector this year. In fact, the entire north sector, all right? So Avalon, you just have to put it in the toilet and then light it up. Toilet, one thing good is especially if it's at night, you leave it on, okay, at night, so that you, when you go to the toilet, especially those of you, if your bedroom, if you're in an apartment, your north one is your toilet, master bedroom toilet, leave it on. Better still, the whole night, okay, so that you don't have to switch on the toilet light when you go to the toilet in the middle of the night, okay? It's more romantic anyway.
Yeah,
right?
so you reshape the aesthetics of your lamp,
Yeah,
your lantern,
okay.
right, depending on where you're
Reminds
putting
you
it.
of Bali, leh. It's like suddenly, oh yes, it is.
That was, I had images
Yeah,
of
I mean, if you can, try not to put it on the floor unless you have the super big one. Not this one, this is a medium size. But there's a one, the super big one, you can put it on the floor. But if not, because in a way you want to respect it, this is something to send your energy and your wishes and manifestations up to the divine. So if preferably if you have a small little like table there, okay, or any cabinets that you can put. But remember, safety first. You have to ensure safety is very important, okay? So you have to make sure that it's safe, it is stable, and not near any curtains or whatever that has a high chance that it will catch fire. All right? So when you use up the candle, depending on the quality of candles that you use, okay, the quality, some of it, the candles, it will burn inside, but the outside itself, it has a shell. It will leave a shell to hold on so the wax won't actually fall all over the place, all right? So if you have that candles, very good. But possibilities is like, when you burn it, the candles will actually, in a way, like start, in a way, dropping all over. So when it drops all over, it dirties the pebbles or whatever. Once in a while, if you want to wash it, you can take out and wash it anytime without really needing to choose a date, all right? So you can actually take it out, wash it, and put it back. Okay, means once you wash, clean it, dried it, okay, replace all the cinnamon with a fresh one so that you have that smell again, all right? And then put the candle in, and the same night or the same day, you can light it up again, all right? So preferably, you like it in the dark, okay, at night. But some of you say that, oh, I have night shift, I'm not at home at night. Can I like it daytime? Up to you, as long as you like it at that corner, all right? So yeah, if the Ren sector is blocked, can the Kui sector be zoned? Use the Ren sector. Okay, use the Ren sector. Okay, Edward, don't use the Kui sector. The Ren sector is the best sector. All right? But if you really, really cannot, okay, I would say that, okay, like if you really, really cannot, I would rather use the red sector, North 2, rather than the Kui sector. Do not use the Kui sector. Ren sector is the best. If it's in a room and I leave it at the North 1 sector, yes. If it's a room, you leave it in the North 1 sector. So those of you, if you are renting a room, okay, I mean, just do it as a small tai chi lah. Of course, the impact will be lesser, much, much lesser. But this one is really setting intention, okay? The intention still counts. So if you're in a room that you cannot use the outside area, so you can also stand at the middle of your room and find where is your 345 degree and then put your small little, I would say, light of liberation there, okay? Right, Joanna says, since it's my main door, if I place next to the main door and behind wooden door, one's door is open, it's okay, yeah. Because normally you like it at night when your door is not like constantly open and close, okay? Because remember, this is not your altar, this is not a deity, this is not a god. so there's no disrespect. Okay, so you can still put behind your door, but because at night when you're at home, you will close the door and these things will be visible, and you can still do your enlightenment or your lighting of the liberations lantern there as well. All right?
As long as it's in the North 1 sector.
Yeah, as long as in the North 1 sector. Leave it for the whole entire year. Okay, means that you can actually do this ritual until the next Chinese New Year comes. All right, so you just leave it on every day, day in, day out. Still do the same ritual. Whenever it's dirty, you can clean it, you can change the cinnamon, you can wash the whole thing, then after that, put it back, put a new candle and change. One candle probably will last you maybe a week, depending if you burn like 1-2 hours a day. Let's say, for instance, the big one here supposed to last you about 60 to 65 hours. Okay, so depending on your intensity of burning. So when you need to, you just remove and clean it and then put it back and change everything and continue to do it. Continue to do it as much as possible throughout the whole entire year. Now try that. Okay, this is very good, okay, for this year itself. All right, and North 1 is one of the best sector out of the 24 directions for the year. Okay, so put it there, do your manifestations. Okay, like every time, every night that you light it, don't just go there as if that you're lighting a mosquito coil lah. Okay, go there, show like your open-heartedness onto it. Okay, show your appreciations to it. Okay, feel gratitude. Okay, light it and utter some positive words. Okay, I mean, in a way, pray for yourself. Okay, manifest for yourself, the people around you. Send out loves only on that day, Jinglu. Okay, so I really hope that you can actually do it. Okay, on that particular day itself. Right. So for whatsoever reason, if you cannot do on the 5th of February, on the specific timing that I give you, you can also try to actually set it any other days. All right? But the impact will not be as great. You remember, everything at the end of the day is heaven, earth, and man. So on that day itself, we have the human's nature in terms of a human luck, the rituals that we are doing, right? All these things, the human energy contributions on that day. We have the earth luck, the feng shui, the North 1 sector is the feng shui, which is the best feng shui energy comes from that. So we have the earth luck to support. Plus the date that I've chosen is the first full moon of the year with a few auspicious dates, which is very good. At the same time, it also, that particular sector at the North sector, you have fortune virtue there as well. Okay, so these are good and stars of the year. So we combine heaven, earth, man together on that day, on the auspicious time, we light it. But let's say if you cannot do on that day, it means the heaven's luck, the date selection part no longer works for you. In a way, you still have the earth luck, you still have the human luck, the ritual is still there. You still can do it. It means that out of 3, you have 2 out of 3. Okay, so can you still do it? Yes, no harm doing it. All right. So yeah, if you're flying on that day, you cannot do it, then probably you do the next day, okay, or the day after. All right, so you just miss out on the date selection part. But those of you who can use that day and that timing, that will be the best.
Yep.
All right, so don't put on the floor, put on top of a small table, preferably. Respect it, especially if it's small setting up like this. Don't put on the floor that every time when you walk, the dust or everything, like your lower energy can go into it. Because it's supposed to be a higher energy. So preferably you put on the table, lift it up. Well, remember, the lower energy consumes darkness, or the black pebbles, the river stone. The higher energy is the white candles that sends these purifications of energy up, okay? The enlightenment, the liberations, okay? So if you put especially low setting, open setting like this on the floor, right? You walk in, walk out, everything, right, okay? The energy is, how to say, very unstable,
yeah,
okay?
overall.
So it's always better to actually put it on the higher level.
Yeah, and also Peggy has a reverse question opposite.
Yeah.
Can you hang it from the ceiling?
Hanging on the ceiling, I wouldn't say that you can't do it, but it will be a bit risky, especially because this one, after all the pebbles and everything, is heavy. All right, because I want to minimize as much risk as possible. Okay, so if you hang it on the ceiling or anything, you know, like SSF things made in China one, okay? You cannot guarantee that all these things are really like very, very, very secure or whatsoever, okay? So it might not be the best thing, especially when you use these things which is so heavy, right? Okay, it's not really the best thing or the best ideal thing to do. All right, so make it as safe as possible.
Make it as safe as possible. Sell Chu, yes, you can use tea lights,
Yeah.
the big ones, if that's something that fits your what you're doing. And at the same time, also, yes, it's 2 hours or half an hour, anything.
Yeah,
that you can do
preferably
for
if you
night.
can at least light
2
for
hours,
2
yeah.
hours. At least that's the best. Okay, at least 2 hours. Elena Gore says you have to do it. You set it up on the 5th of February. That's the best date to do. Then every night, once you set up every night, because you see on the 5th of February you light it on for a few hours. Okay, then after that you blow it out. Then the next night, on the 6th of February night, you go home, you light it on again for 2 hours, and then you blow it out. So continue to do this for the rest of the year. Okay, replenish whatever that needs to be replenished, clean whatever that needs to be cleaned inside. Now remember, this one we want it to signify purification. So don't after half a year you see dead insects inside dead lizard inside dead cockroach inside okay, full of dust I mean, what sort of liberation is that, right? Okay, so try to keep it as clean as possible. Give it respect, okay? Give it love, give it intention, and it will help you to send this intention up to the divine or up to the universe. All right? Do we do both now? Edward, I'm sure that you have actually attended my annual talk. Now for annual talk, okay, you actually in a way do the water as well, because here I didn't share, because I cannot share everything in my annual talk with everyone, right? Because those of you attended my annual talk, you paid 50 ringgit, you know, 好巴閉㗎啦. Yeah, you pay that 50 ringgit for all the dates, you know. I cannot give out everything, okay, to everyone else.
Yeah.
But this light of liberation is important, okay? That's why I decided I want to share it. I want everyone to at least, okay, have that chance to learn about the wisdom of enlightenment, okay? That's why you use it. But yes, those of you attended, you leave the water and the fire for the whole entire year long, next to each other, okay?
MZ, yes, if you're using a smaller candle finishes, you can use another one.
Yes.
You're going to have to change it anyway.
Yeah, you have to change it.
It will burn out.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So if you're tea light and all that, you have to change it very often. That's why this one, it's worth for you to set something that lasts longer. Like example, if I set this up, I put it there, this candle lasts 60 to 65 hours. So every night, probably I'll just light it for 2 hours, okay? It can easily last me for a month, okay, before I change it again. Did I do the maths correctly? 1 day, 2 hours.
1 day, 2 hours.
60 hours
60
is a month, right?
65 hours, 31 days per month.
Yeah, right? So, I mean, we want it to be easier like that, okay? So you can also set it up in that way. But if you use tea light and all that, firstly, you do not have the whole entire lantern feel, okay? Right? You doesn't have the stability of the light. So therefore, setting up like this will be more important, especially for those of you who have just joined. Rewatch the whole entire Facebook Live, okay, so that you have a clearer picture, okay?
Yes,
So what happens if you live in 2 countries, set it up in 2 countries itself? It means when you're in Malaysia, like the one in Malaysia. When you go to Germany, like the one in Germany. Remember, this is supposed to set your intention up, so you need to be there. So if you have 2 homes, okay, means more permanent home, like put one in Malaysia and one in Germany.
Yes.
If you're traveling for hotel and all that, no need, Only if you're really traveling between these 2 countries that you will spend a lot of your time there, then set up 2. All right? You can use any lantern as long as I want the fire and it is safe. Remember? Okay? Like, disclaimer.
Yes, please.
Safety is in your own hands. Okay? I'm just sharing you to do this. All right? You have to do it with your own due diligence. Be extra careful. Okay? Don't burn down your house. All right, if you burn down your house, don't come looking for me. Okay, all right, find your insurance agent. Okay, all right. So remember, do it with safety. Okay, in your mind all the time.
And then generally, of course, there will be some people. I think there's some questions here that are concerned about, having to light it every single night.
Yeah.
Of course, that's what.
Don't worry.
We could we'll recommend if you can do that. Obviously.
I mean, for me, we'll
But
be traveling.
Don't be paranoid if you have to miss. Yep.
Whenever you are there, because it needs your energy. Okay, whenever you are there, you light it, But let's say at your house, no one else can light it. Okay, and everyone's traveling like us. When we travel, when we have to go somewhere else, sometimes we travel for a month. Okay, then you leave it for a month. Then when you come back, make sure it's clean. Okay, then you light it again. Make sure it's clean. Don't let a lot of things that dies inside, a lot of dust inside, okay? Make sure it's clean and everything, and then you light it again and resume, all right? Anytime, because that sector is a very good sector, all right? Having said all this, I also want to share with you, for those of you who have not signed up, okay, for this free workshop, if you want to understand more, because I I think over 100 over people have actually signed up for this workshop, okay? But they sign up without knowing what exactly it is anyway, okay? I always appreciate that. I think Peggy is one of them as well. All right, so I decided to do a preview this coming Saturday, okay? To at least 有心理準備,
Actually,
you know what you have signed up for.
We're 400 plus registered so far.
Oh, no, not for this.
Oh.
Okay, for the actual
Yes.
Power Up workshop. No, not
Oh,
for the preview.
okay.
For the actual Power Up workshop itself, okay, we have 100 over that have signed up, all right? So, yeah, if you want to actually, in a way, understanding what is this Power Up workshop in 2023, like what are you going to learn from it, okay, especially 100 over of you who have signed up, okay, right, do actually come and join this particular session itself, okay, on the 28th of January, all right, 2 to 3, it's just 1 hour because it's just a preview, okay, on the Saturday, 2 to 3, okay, it's online, okay, it's via Zoom, and it's free. Why it's free? Because it's supposed to be a preview to let you know what you will be expecting, okay, on the Power Up 2023. Why 2023? Why Power Up? Why it's so important, okay? So do join me. I mean, so far, we have 400 over, right? 400 over have registered for this because they want to know, all right? So instead of us or the team answering you what Power Up is, might as well, you come here, let me answer once and for all for everyone who joins that particular session so that you understand what it is. All right, so I think that's all, okay, for now. Any more questions that we need to actually attend to?
Just, a couple of, I think PA had a question of whether you can do it on a veranda. No, this is for indoors, right? So do it indoors.
Yes,
Has to be
small
inside.
Tai Chi is okay. Just
Small
now
Tai Chi
someone,
for this-
Octoberans,
Yeah.
you can. Small Tai Chi, it
For
means that you want
this
to
lamp?
do it only in your room. Yes, you can do it only in your room. All right, you can do that. All right, so anything else that I have missed out here? No?
Yeah,
All right.
right.
So yeah, basically that's all. I thought it's going to be short, darling. It took more than 1 hour to talk
As
about
long
this.
as
All right.
normal Facebook
So remember,
lives.
cinnamon, candle, river rocks, okay? It's very important. The meaning I've actually shared. Those of you who have just joined, replay the whole session so that you can actually listen back to it again. Any slides that I've missed out, all shared already, right? Okay? So get the vase, make sure it's thick enough so that it won't actually, in a way, break, okay? Right, throughout the whole entire year due to the extreme heat, okay, that from the candle that it might be burning on it, okay? Because this type of vase is thick, where some vases are for flowers, right, okay? And water is not, in a way, make onto the thickness, okay, or the durability to actually take on like heat, all right? So you have to make sure you get a thicker sort of like vase for this.
That's right.
All
Let's
right.
know you can't use an electric bulb because it's a light of liberation.
Yes.
It has to be a
Yeah.
real fire.
Yeah. Okay, for this one you can't, okay, I'm sorry. You have to use the real fire, okay? So as we say, even like temples and all that, once they substitute fire with electric bulbs, I know for whatever, like, go green purposes or whatever, it just doesn't work as real fire lah. Let's put it that way. All right? So there are certain rituals, certain things, you need the real 5 elements. All right? So, yeah. All right,
good.
thank you so much to all of you. Anything else?
Well, the rest of it, I know there's some people who jumped in at the later half of the live. So a lot of the explanations and all the details Jessie already shared.
Yeah. Can
from
just
the
now,
beginning.
Nancy, the flower bath, can it be done on the 4th of February? Yes, you can do it as well, all right? But of course, when we enter the 5th of February, 1 a.m., the day will be better lah. Okay, the date itself will be better. But if you want to do it on the 4th, do it on the 4th. Flower bath, everything. Probably once you enter to the 5th, you can just do another cleansing using the salt. That's all. Okay? So you can also do it on the 4th. Now remember, if you follow me, you know I have very, very long-term followers, okay, that we are very, very honored, okay, and thankful, okay, that all of you comes and greet us and all that. So you know that people who follow us, right, you know that every year there will be different things that we do. I will explain to you why we do it, okay? Like for this year, we are getting ready for period 9. And period 9 is where also the portal opens, right? Ever since last year, the Grand Centurion portal. But when it opens, right, that void, that channel, that portal, the door has opened. So when the door has opened this year, we come up into, in a way, lightening up, light up, okay, that portal. That portal is a void. It's darkness. So we want to signify in embracing the arrival of the fire itself. We want to use the fire of enlightenment to light up the portal so that all this like wisdom, okay, enlightenment, the process of like brightness, okay, can come extra fast to us. It is extra smooth, right? That's why you see a lot of like, I have not verified, I have actually seen there are quite a lot of like websites that talk about like more sightings of UFO. Maybe you can search about that. Right, more sightings of UFO. They also say that somehow, I think I remembered they were saying that, don't know what, they find it rare, okay? They say that underneath, okay, there are some portals, okay, on US, whatever, you check about that. They were saying that some portals in a way has been, in a way, they find that they sense some energy portals has opened, that somehow there are certain sort of unidentified flying objects, in a way frequent around a certain areas on Earth itself, all right? So yeah, I mean I'm not talking about aliens, I'm not talking about UFO, okay, but we are talking about energies, okay? And if you ask us in terms of Chinese metaphysics, we are talking about the universe, all right? So you will see that more and more discoveries of planets, especially in this 20 years itself, the 9th planet, planet 9, chances is very high. So all this intense energy will happen, and now we are just at the beginning of it. It's like your roller coaster ride. It's just slowly going up. You know, normally once you go, you slowly have to ride up, but the real thing has not actually happened, okay? And that will happen in like 2026, okay? 26, 27, that 2 year itself, okay? So now we are just beginning of the show. Enjoy. We are not even at that, what? You say what? They will go, like song like that, they will go into an area where it's like the most...
Chorus or the climax?
Oh, the climax. We have not climax yet, you know. This is only what, foreplay.
But it's very exciting,
Yeah.
right? And overall, because the openness with the portal, right? That's just you were saying portals generally to lighter energy, you call it, because everything on Earth is denser than everything that's up there, out in a big wide universe. So there's going to be more opening up towards what is lighter, which is but in the universe, whatever that might be out there, right? Lighter energies, stronger energies, purer energies, the essence of energies, alien life form, UFOs, whatever.
So if you believe that, okay, I mean, life itself is definitely more than just Earth on Earth, okay? And there are much more there in this entire universe or even multiverses, okay? I mean, of course, we do believe that. This is what we do, okay? But it's not paranoid, it's not superstitious, okay? Now is the timing because the doors has been opened. So that's why we will introduce. As you follow us, it's a long-term thing. One thing at a time. We cannot speed up things. I cannot give everything to you. When the time is right, the things will, in a way, like perfect itself right in front of you. So you just have to follow. But I just hope that you just have to do it. Try it. No harm. It's cheap. I'm not asking you to buy like a few $1,000s, okay? In fact, when you buy any of these things, we don't benefit a cent from it. But we have our sponsors to sponsor us, okay? So for me, it's just to, in a way, do more research as much as possible to find all this, do the dates, okay? Do the workshops to guide as much as we can. So for you, I hopefully be teachable, okay? At least try it with an open heart, right? Really, no harm trying, and see how it can actually help you in your life. All right? So thank you so much for your time.
Thank
okay?
you.
Right? I really appreciate, okay, all your support and all your presence. I know it's late and it's still there's so many of you here. All right? And if you have not helped us to share this session out, I really, really hope that you can help us to share this session out so that it can reach out to more people. All right? So until we see you, hopefully I'll see you this Saturday, okay, on the preview for Power Up. The link, okay, will be shared, okay, to you in the comment. It will also appear on this particular Facebook Live itself. Okay, do sign up and I'll see you there. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night. 恭喜
Good
發財.
evening. 恭喜發財.
Yeah. Bye-bye.